Hello students, now you have an idea about Newton's second law of motion. We got one equation from that law, F is equal to ma. Today we are going to do some numericals by using this equation. You can see a question here. A constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of the applied force. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? So, here you have to find the force. Mass is given there, that is equal to 5 kilogram, time there 2 seconds. Velocity increases from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. So, u 3 meter per second, v 7 meter per second. We have to find the force. You know children, force is equal to m into a, that is equal to m into v minus u divided by t. Then 5 into 7 minus 3, the whole divided by 2. Then you will get 5 into 4 divided by 2. This you can cancel. Then you will get 10 Newton. This is the applied force. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? That also we have to find. So, here you can see F is equal to m into a. So, from this equation, we can write F is equal to 10 Newton. Mass is given as 5 into a. From this we can find acceleration now. A is equal to 10 divided by 5, that is equal to 2 meter per second square. Now we have to find if this force is applied for 5 seconds, what will be the final velocity. So here we can use this equation. V is equal to u plus at. Then v, what is v? We have to find. Then u will be 3 meter per second and plus acceleration is 2 into time is given as 5. Then 3 plus 2 into 5, 10. 13 meter per second. This is the final velocity of that object. Next question. Which would require a greater force, accelerating 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square? Here you have to find the force for both these cases. Then you can compare and write the answer which would require a greater force. So here we can write m1 is equal to 2 kg, this one. Acceleration you can write as 5 meter per second square. So F1, that is equal to m1a1, that is 2 into 5, that is equal to 10 Newton. Then for second case you can write m2, that is equal to 4 kilogram. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Then force is equal to m2 a2, 4 into 2, that is equal to 8 Newton. So if you are comparing, here you can see F1 is greater than F2. Here 10 Newton is more than 8 Newton. So here we can say for accelerating 2 kg mass at 5 meters per second square, that require a greater force. Listen here, a motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour and it takes 4 seconds to stop after the brakes are applied. Calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if its mass along with the passengers is 1000 kg. So here we can write mass is equal to 1000 kg. Then motor car moving with a velocity of 108 km per hour, that is the initial velocity, 108 km per hour. This you have to convert into meter per second. So into 5 divided by 18. 2 into 9, 18, 12. Here you can cancel this. 6 into 5, 30 meter per second. 4 seconds to stop. So V is equal to 0 and time is equal to 4 seconds. What we have to find? Calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car. So we have to find the force. Force is equal to, we can use this equation, m into V minus U divided by T. Then mass is 1000 into 0 minus 30, the whole divided by, what is the time? 4. So here we can cancel this. Here you will get 25 into 400. So 250 into minus 30, you will get minus 7500 Newton. This is the exerted force. Why this minus sign there? That is the opposing force here. That's why you can see minus sign. Otherwise we can say here the acceleration is negative. Retarded force is there. So here the force is minus 7500 Newton. Next question. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1, acceleration of 10 meter per second square, and a mass m2, an acceleration of 20 meter per second square. What acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? Here force of 5 Newton gives an acceleration of 10 meter per second square on mass m1. So here we can write a1 is equal to 10 meter per second square. From these two we can find the mass. You can write m1 a1, then m1 is equal to f by a1, that is equal to 5 divided by 10.5 kilogram. Then an acceleration of 20 meter per second square on mass m2. So here acceleration is 20 meter per second square and we can find the mass m2 a2, then m2 is equal to f by a2, that is 5 divided by 20. So we will get 0.25 kilogram. Then what acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? Next we have to consider if these two masses are tied together. So m1 plus m2, that time 0.5 plus 0.25, the value is 0.75 kilogram. If these two objects are tied together, the total mass will be 0.75 kilogram. Now we have to find the acceleration if the same force is applied on that. So here we can write F is equal to m into A, then A equal to F by m. So 5 divided by 0.75. This you can write as 500 divided by 75. You will get this here 3 into 25 75, 2 into 25 50, 20 divided by 3. So 6.67 meter per second square is the acceleration. The velocity time graph of a ball of 20 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given in figure. How much force does the table exert on the ball? On the ball to bring it to rest. So here from the graph we have to write the values, but mass is given there. Mass is equal to 20 gram, 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram, that is the mass. We have to find the force. We know our equation is F is equal to m into V minus U by T. Mass is there, then V, U and T we can write from the graph. So here time is given as 10 seconds. Then the object is starting with velocity 20. Here you can see its unit written as centimeter per second. So U is equal to 20 centimeter per second. This you can convert into meter. Then 0.2 meter per second. Then what is the final velocity? The ball is stopped. So here also you can see the final velocity is 0, v is equal to 0. Now then we have to substitute the values in this equation for getting the force. Here you can see F is equal to 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 into V minus U. 0 minus 0.2 the whole divided by 10. So here you can see 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 into minus 0.2. Thus you can write 2 into 0.2, 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 3. Here also on minus sign there. This is minus 0.2. So here you will get minus 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 3. This we can write as minus 0.0004 Newton, or you can write this as 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 Newton. Both ways you can use there. So this is the force applied on that ball to bring to rest. A 150 gram ball traveling at 30 meter per second strikes the palm of a player's hand and is stopped in 0.06 seconds. Calculate the force exerted by the ball on his hand. Here mass is equal to 150 gram, that is 150 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. Traveling at 30 meter per second, U is equal to 30 meter per second, strikes the palm of a player's hand and is stopped. V is equal to 0 time 0.06 second. Then calculate the force. Force is equal to M into A, M into V minus U the whole divided by T. Then 150 into 10 raised to minus 3 into in brackets 0 minus 30. The whole divided by time given as 0.06. So here for solving we can write like this: 10 raised to minus 3 into minus 30 divided by 6 into 10 raised to minus 2. Then how can we write this? Here you can see 150 there. Then 6 and 30 we can cancel. Then there will be 5 here minus 150 into 10 raised to minus 3 by 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 1 into 5. Okay children, 150 into 10 raised to minus 3 by 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 1. 30 divided by 6 we can write 5. Then here on minus sign there. So here you will get minus, here 150 into 10 raised to minus 1 you will get 15. 15 into 5, 75. Minus 75 Newton is the force. What is acceleration produced by a force of 12 Newton exerted on an object of mass 3 kilogram? Very simple question. Here mass is 3 kilogram and the force is 12 Newton. We have to find the acceleration. F is equal to M into A. Acceleration is equal to F by M. Is equal to 12 divided by 3, that is 4 meter per second square. Listen here, a feather of mass 10 gram is dropped from a height and it is found to fall down with a constant velocity. What is the net force acting on it? Here a feather of mass 10 gram that is dropped from a height, but here it is found to be observed that it is falling down with a constant velocity. Constant velocity means no change in velocity. U is equal to V. That means V minus U is equal to 0. What do you mean by that? Here the acceleration is 0. If this acceleration is 0, what will be the force? F is equal to mass into acceleration, that will be equal to 0. Here the net force is 0. You can see a force of 4 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kilogram for 5 seconds, assuming the body to be initially at rest. Find the velocity when the force stops acting and the distance covered in 10 seconds after the force starts acting. A force of 4 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kilogram for 4 seconds. Okay, so here force is equal to 4 Newton on a body of mass 2 kilogram for 4 seconds. Time also given there. Then it is given as assuming the body to be initially at rest. That means u is equal to 0. From this, from the equation of mass, we can get from the equation of force, we can find the velocity when the force stops acting on that object. So here you can see F is equal to m into A is equal to m into V minus u the whole divided by t. So here what is the force? 4 is equal to 2 into V minus 0 the whole divided by 4. Here you can write this as 4 into 4 is equal to 2 into V. So here V is equal to 16 divided by 2, that is 8 meter per second. That is the velocity of that object when the force stops acting on that. Then here next we have to find the distance covered in 10 seconds after the force starts acting. So here first one, the time is given as 4 seconds. Here how much distance is travelled by that object we can find by using our equations of motion. So after that 4 seconds how much distance is travelled by that object, that first we can find. After that 4 seconds we can take that as S1, that is the distance travelled. How can we find ut plus half a t square. So here 0 plus half into acceleration. Acceleration what here? Acceleration is F by m, 4 divided by 2, 2 meter per second square. So here 2 into what is the time? 4 the whole square. So here we can cancel this. 4 into 4, 16 meter. Children, here the total time is given as 10 seconds. After that 4 seconds the force is stopped there. Then after that how much distance that object travelled also we have to find. Y means we have to find the distance covered in 10 seconds after the force starts acting. So starts acting means at the first time onwards we have to consider that. So after that 4 seconds the distance covered by that object is 16 meter. Then we have to find the distance covered for remaining 10 seconds. So here 10 minus 4, that is 6 seconds. How much distance is covered by that object in the 6 seconds also we have to find. Children, here after that 4 seconds the force is stopping there. So at this point the velocity of that object is 8 meter per second. After that no force is there. That means during the 6 seconds, during this time the object is moving with constant velocity, and that velocity is equal to 8 meter per second. Then what is the distance travelled by that object? You know, velocity into time, that is 8 into 6, 48 meter. Okay children, so here total time taken 10 seconds, but at the first 4 seconds the object is under the control of a force. So there the distance travelled is equal to 16 meter. After that 4 seconds the force is stopped. That time for that object acquired velocity there, that is the final velocity 8 meter per second. After that for 6 seconds also that object is moving, but moving with constant velocity, that is 8 meter per second. Then the distance covered we can find by using this formula, V into T, 8 into 6, that is equal to 48 meter. Then what is the total distance travelled by that object? We have to take the sum of these two. So the total distance is equal to S1 plus S2, that is 16 plus 48. 64 meter, that is the total distance covered by that object. Okay students, next class we will discuss Newton's third law of motion.